Hello students, welcome to AJ Akshar Academy YouTube channel. In this session, I am going to discuss CBSE Class 8th Chapter 14 Chemical Effects of Electric Current NCERT Textbook Exercise Question and Answers Part 2. If you like this video, please like, share and subscribe to our channel. Please share your valuable comments in the comment section. Okay, let us go to the today's session. First one. In case of a fire, before the fireman use the water hoses, they shut off the main electrical supply of the area. Explain why they do this. Here in this question, in the case of a fire, before the fireman use the water hoses, they shut off the main electrical supply of this area. Why? Now let us discuss. The water used in water hoses is not pure water and it conducts electricity. Fireman shut off the main electrical supply of the area because if the supply of electricity continues, there may be a high risk of electrocution in the whole area due to water. So that's why because of this conducts electricity, so it is not pure water. So water used in water hoses is not pure water and it conducts electricity. So that's why fireman shut off the main electrical supply of the area, because if the supply of electricity continues, there may be a high risk of electrocution in the whole area due to the water. Okay, next we will go to the next question. A child staying in a coastal region tests the drinking water and also the sea water with his tester. He finds that the compass needle deflects more in the case of sea water. Can you explain the reason? Here in this question, one child is saying that in coastal region testing the drinking water and also the sea water with his tester. So he finds that the compass needle reflects more in the case of sea water. Why it is not in the case of coastal region test the drinking water? Here we are comparing the drinking water and sea water. Now we will discuss. The impure water is the conductor of electricity. Sea water contains more impurities, salt. Salt water contains, here sea water contains salt. So it conducts electricity than drinking water. So therefore sea water conducts more electricity than drinking water. Drinking water contains only minerals, so it does not contains the added salts. So that's why the compass needle deflects more in the case of sea water than in the case of drinking water. Okay, so if you compare drinking water and sea water, in which the compass needle deflects more in sea water. Why? Because it is conducting electricity. So it contains impurity, that is salts. It contains salts. So in drinking water, it does not contains the salts. So that's why it conducts less electricity than sea water. Sea water conducts more electricity than drinking water. So that's why compass needle will deflect more in the case of sea water. Okay. Next we will go to the next question. Is it safe for the electrician to carry out electrical repairs outdoors during heavy downpours? Explain. Now in this question they are asking that for the electrician, while he is doing repairs in outdoors during heavy downpour, is it safe? No, it is not safe. Why? Because it is not safe for the wireman to carry out electrical repairs outside during heavy downpours, because during heavy downpours there is a high risk of electrocution. So it is dangerous for the electricians to do repairs outdoors during heavy downpours. It may conduct electricity, so that's why electricians may get electric shock. So that's why it is not safe. It is not safe for the wireman to carry out electrical repairs outside during heavy downpours, because During heavy downpour, there is a high risk of electrocution. So that's why it is not safe for the electrician. Okay. Next, we'll go to the next question. Paheli had heard that rainwater is as good as distilled water. So she collected some rainwater in a clean glass tumbler and tested it using a tester. To her surprise, she found that the compass needle showed deflection. What could be the reasons? Here, Paheli heard the rainwater is good as the distilled water. So that's why rainwater is of course as distilled water, but when it passes the atmosphere it dissolves a lot of dust, dirt and impurities and becomes conductive. So when Paheli used a tester, its compass showed deflection. See, rainwater contains the minerals and added salts. So that's why rainwater is good as distilled water. It conducts electricity. It contains a lot of impurities and dust and dissolves a lot of dirt and becomes it is conductive. It conducts electricity. So when Paheli used a tester, it compass needle shows you deflection. Okay, next we'll go to the next one. Prepare a list of objects around you that are electroplated. Here in this question, what are the objects, electroplated objects around you in a daily life? Electroplating nothing but the depositing of a layer of metal into another metal by means of electricity is known as electroplating. So here what are the objects? Ornaments, wheel rims of vehicles, the handlebar of a cycle and motorcycle, parts of one metal coated with other, bath taps, kitchen gas burners, the bottom of cooking utensils, handles of doors, tin cans. All these are we are depositing a layer of metal into another layer of metal by means of electricity, that is known as electroplating. So these ornaments we are using the electroplating process. So the list of objects around you that are electroplated are wheels and vehicles, handlebars, gold chains, and here ornaments. Nowadays we are using ornaments, those are also electroplated, and parts of one metal coated with another, kitchen gas burners, all these cooking utensils, handles of doors, tin cans, all these are the objects that are electroplated. Okay, next we'll go to the next question. The process that you saw in activity is used for the purification of copper. A thin plate of pure copper and a thick rod of impure copper are used as electrodes. Copper from impure rod is sought to be transferred to the thin copper plate, which electrode should be attached to the positive terminal of the battery, and why. Now we'll see this activity. See, this is the activity. To perform such activity, we have to arrange copper sulfate crystals and two copper plates, each having a size around 10 centimeters long and 4 centimeter wide. Now take 250 ml distilled water in a clean and dry beaker. Dissolve 2 teaspoonful of copper sulfate crystals in it to obtain the copper sulfate solution. You may add few drops of dilute sulfuric acid to the copper sulfate solution to make it more conducting. We can add here only 250 ml distilled water we are using to prepare the copper sulfate solution. Clean each copper plate with sandpaper. Now rinse it with the water. With the help of wires, connect one copper plate to each terminal of 2 cells battery. So take care the two plates do not touch each other. This is the condition, that is one the precaution. We have to observe that the two plates do not touch each other. Okay. Next. See, this is the picture representation of these two copper plates, and we are dipping in the copper sulfur solution. In copper sulfur solution we are taking one beaker, and these two rods are attaching to this battery and by using the connecting wires. And the next Immerse two plates in copper sulfate solution as shown in figure. Allow the current to pass through 5 to 10 minutes and then here deposited the copper sulfate solution deposit on the copper plate whenever we are supplying the electric current. Next, when an electric current is passed through the copper sulfate solution, copper sulfate dissociates into copper and sulfate. So, the free copper gets drawn to the plate connected to the negative terminal of the battery and thus gets deposited on that plate. So, gradually a layer of copper builds upon the plate. This is about the deposition of electroplating. One metal a layer of metal depositing on the another layer of metal by means of the electricity. Okay, this is about the depositing of the metal by means of electricity. This is known as the electroplating. Thanks for watching this video.